Here's something you need to know about. The Centers for Disease Control down in Atlanta issuing a dire warning about a deadly new superbug, and we might not be able to fight it because of the sequester.
There's just one problem. It's not true. Not exactly true. Wait until you hear this story.
Former New York Lieutenant Governor Betsy McCaughey, founder of the Committee to Reduce Infection Deaths, joins us live. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so it's called CRE, and how deadly is it?
50% of patients who contract this in a hospital or nursing home die from it. It's very deadly, and about 5 times as deadly as the household word MRSA, which everyone is so afraid of when they go into a hospital, right? Secondly, it races through hospitals in unpredictable ways. A patient on one floor can have it, and then 3 weeks later you'll find that germ on a ventilator in the ICU on another floor of the hospital. So it's a very, very deadly germ.
How is sequester enabling that germ to proliferate?
Well, of course it isn't. But the head of the CDC warned on February 22nd that sequester cuts, reductions in the funds available to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, would stop them from fighting hospital infections, and that's preposterous. But getting back to the real issue here, what has the CDC been doing? New York area hospitals had many, many cases of germ in a decade ago, in 2003. And then patients who were exposed to the germ in New York carried it to Arizona, Florida, New Jersey, Israel, Europe. Now 42 states we know of are fighting this germ. Why did they wait a decade to sound the alarm about this nightmare bacteria?
It's amazing, though, that they should suggest that the sequester is essentially going to kill people. You know, we know about closing the White House, but the sequester is going to kill people.
Well, I'm worried that even in a broader view, that the CDC has lost sight of its core mission. We can help our own children exercise. We can decide what to eat. And yet the CDC is focusing all its attention, all its money on these programs to change our lives instead of the core mission, tracking and preventing infectious disease and making our hospitals safe.
And you think we should call a state legislature and let them know about this, but you also brought that with you.
Right. Well, call the state legislatures because we want to make this a reportable disease in all 50 states. The CDC has only succeeded in persuading 6 states to make this reportable. You can't fight something like this if you don't even know where it's happening. Secondly, if you're going to the hospital to visit a friend or a loved one, forget the candy, forget the flowers. Bring a canister of bleach wipes so you can wipe all the surfaces right around the patient's bed and kill as many germs as possible.
Why did you bring this?
I brought this because in this big law, the Obama health law, are programs for the CDC to hand out $100 million a year for things like instant recess videos so that people can get up in the middle of their workday and dance for 10 minutes. That should not be the priority of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention when we're facing a potential hospital plague.
Well, a lot of people didn't know about the CRE, so next time you go to see somebody at the hospital, nothing says I love you quite like a Lysol.
And some
Lysol wipes.
bleach.
Okay, Betsy McCaughey,
thank you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
I just cannot wait to explore this instant recess. It's going to be fantastic when I get up and dance and know I'm going to be funded and back.
Instead of making our hospitals safe.
Betsy McCaughey, thanks so much.
Let's make our priorities straight.
All right. Meanwhile, coming up straight ahead.